Hi everyone. I'm going to do 3 cards for work, 3 cards for love, and then an angel card for spirituality. Let's get into it. So here we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man's a really interesting card. It speaks about, the way I like to explain it is if you were to find yourself strung up like this, and stuck hanging upside down. There are a few different ways that you could deal with this situation. You could freak out and be like, I'm stuck upside down, and fight it and expend a lot of energy. And let's just say you can't get out without someone's change, some external thing happening, like it's out of your control. You can just sit there and fight and be pissed and just escalate your bad situation to the point, and just be miserable and angry about the situation. Another way you can do it is by thinking, well, I'm stuck up here. I can't go to work. I can't do dishes. I can't do anything else, but I can make the best of my situation and use this downtime to my advantage to sort of reassess and just think about things, ponder things. So it's different than it's similar to the hermit. It's different because the hermit, you go seek solitude. This you're kind of not really necessarily in your control. You didn't purposefully string yourself up like this. But if you choose to use this to your advantage, you can take the time to think and gain a different perspective. And this halo around the head is enlightenment. So he has used this time, this downtime wisely, this pause, this suspension, to consider things from different angles, different perspectives, and gain a new way of looking at things. And so he's used time. He uses his time wherever he finds himself and makes the best of it. So if you find that things are a little slow, things aren't changing or moving the way you want them to be, or feel out of your control, it might be a good idea to just consider all the different possibilities of the situation. For example, if your office is restructuring, you can sit there and, I don't want to do this. I like the way things were, and resist it. Or you can think, well, maybe things will get better. Maybe processes will get better. Maybe I can be part of the change instead of the solution, instead of fighting the situation. And maybe I might benefit from it in some way. You just be careful not to get stuck in one preconceived notion of how things are and what the outcome is. The next card is the Page of Swords. So this is communication coming your way. And this page is, swords are clear, concise communication, being able to articulate things very well and present your case clearly without lots of emotion. I mean, sometimes this page is known to speak without having all the facts, but I think coming after the Hanged Man, this to me presents more of a fresh way of looking at things and presenting ideas as opposed to speaking, putting your foot in your mouth. So I see using the Hanged Man time and really getting a new, fresh perspective and being excited to come in and share that with people and sort of breathe some fresh air into a stagnant situation. And the Ace of Cups, nice. So you're going to feel better about things. This perspective, this enlightenment, this pause that you used productively and constructively to your advantage, and these new thoughts are really going to make you feel better. You needed this shift, this change to get your thoughts right, and now You're able to move forward feeling really good about things in your work. Maybe it's you decide to get a new job. I mean, it could be many, many different things to everyone, but this time and shift in perspective or looking at things from all different angles. I mean, if you're upside down outside doing a headstand, for example, things look very differently. Go outside and do a headstand or just lay on your back and look up. Things look different than when you're just walking around, and try to look at things from all the different types of angles from every different side. And it's going to bring sort of an aha moment that's really going to be exciting. And boy, you're just going to feel better about things. And these clear, new, fresh perspectives you're communicating are going to be well received. And let's do some love cards from the Crystal Visions Tarot. Ten of Cups. Another sign just got this. So the Two of Cups in this deck is two people up to their waist in water looking at each other. And now then it's progressed to the Ten of Cups. You can see there's a child here. And in the Two of Cups, it's a full moon. Now it's I don't know if that's waxing or waning. So I'm sure someone will leave a comment and correct me. But this is the happy family card. I like to call it the happy life card. This is in the relationship category. So, emotional fulfillment, they're wading waist deep in this water of emotions, lots of good feelings, which is great. The traditional Rider-Waite card has a happy family playing in the foreground, then a castle in the background, and a rainbow in the sky. And it's like, all right, come on. I don't think most people live in castles and rainbows, and it's just a little. The happily ever after is a little too fanciful for me, a little too fairy tale, I guess. So whatever your happily ever after is may look very different than everyone else's. No one's going to be the same. And your happily ever after may be just you in this picture. It may not involve a partner or a child or anything. So figure out what your happily ever after is. It may be traditional, more traditional, getting married and having kids. It may be getting married and not having kids. It may be living together and having kids but not getting married. It may be having adopting a child by yourself, or having a child. You can have a child by yourself if you're a woman. It could be, any and all of, whatever, any combination, as long as that's what makes you happy, then that's your happy family card. So make sure you're doing what you're working towards your happily ever after, and not anyone else's preconceived happily ever after. And now we have another 10. Interesting. So the 10 of Wands, you can see that this horse they're doing okay, but the horse seems a little tired. It has its head down. They usually do that when they're tired. And he's carrying a lot of burdens, weighed down a lot. There's a lot on this horse's back. And this card just says that, you may have a lot of responsibilities. I sort of feel like this happily ever after, maybe if you're single, I don't have anyone, and if I only had someone in this family, I'd be happy, really feeling like you're missing out. And I think maybe if that's the way you're thinking, that thinking is a real burden to you. And maybe it's time to let go of some preconceived notions of what happiness is and what will make you happy. I mean, if you're not happy together, by yourself, I don't really think this happy family card, happily ever after, is possible. Because if you're feeling just down and burdened, you're not going to be, happiness comes from you. It starts within you. And the Knight of Swords. So he brings in new thoughts, change in thinking, change in how you looking at perceiving a situation and looking at a situation. So I do feel like you're kind of there's going to be this dichotomy between like weighing what do I really want? What is going to make me happy? And unburdening yourself of some of those thoughts, and which will bring about a change in thinking about how you see your love life, your romantic life, what's going to make you happy, who's going to make you happy, if you're happy, and changing your outlook. And you can see this is kind of a fresh card. There's stars, and this new way of thinking and looking at this whole situation of your love life is going to be refreshed and changed and renewed this month, which is always a good thing. And I just see this kind of bringing in freshness, fresh air, just like, was it you who had, I'm getting my readings, breathing fresh air into a situation? That may have been another reading, but that's coming up. Breathing new life, new thoughts, new way of approaching things. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, I think that new thinking is going to usher in. Here's flying in as a new partner. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. Well. So I think that shift and that change and really thinking about what your happy family is, what you can unburden yourself with, what makes sense for you, and getting clear on that thinking, and really that change of thinking about getting clear about what you want is going to make way for what you want for a new partner, if that's what you want. If that's what you want. So cool. Nice. I like that. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.